People ask me why I wanted to buy a commercial property, and the answer is in June of 1998, I purchased my first property. It was the first thing I owned. I hadn't even owned an apartment or a car or a house. I owned nothing, but that was the first property I bought. You see, back in the 1990s, we didn't have the internet to give us everything online and see what's for sale. So I was literally driving down the street and I kept on seeing this property with the for sale sign out front. And I kept on calling, and there was no demand. Nobody wanted to own commercial property back then. Nobody wanted to buy it. Banks didn't want to lend for it. Sounds a little familiar today. So I kept on calling, and I finally worked a deal to buy this property. And the property was for sale for $600,000. I negotiated it down all the way to $575,000. I felt like a champ. I felt like I actually made $25,000. People mostly ask me, why or how did you know you wanted to buy this property? And I want to touch on that because at the time I was a stockbroker. And in the 1990s, if you go back and look at it, that was the dot-com era. And everything you bought in the stock market went straight up. And as a broker, you made a lot of money in commissions because every time you were right and the stock went up, the client usually wanted to sell it and book a profit and go. And I said, this is fantastic and I'm making really great money and I'm very thankful and blessed. But if I don't go to work for 1 or 2 days, I make zero. You get paid trade by trade, which is kind of like flipping houses too. Same thing, you get paid trade by trade. So I said, I want to get into something that has what now everybody refers to as cash flow. I just wanted some money without going to work every day. So I looked at everything. I looked at pay telephones, which thank God I didn't invest in that. I looked at ATM machines. I was looking at anything that I could use by taking my money and putting my money to work for me. And I chose real estate. So that's how I bought that first building. And I bought it in 1998 and I still own that property today.